Hey, can we verify that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Hey, can we verify we've got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Hey, can we verify that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Alright, hey, what's up everybody? This is Gasically Stamus from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, here with another episode of the Firearms Tales. And tonight we're playing a little bit of Rage, revisiting the 2010-2011 original release in preps for the release of its sequel in 2019 by Bethesda. Now, I had forgotten, I'm not sure who remembers, but Rage actually originally came out on iOS, so, and then was released roughly about a year later on PC and consoles. So, I apologize about tonight. There was a little more pre-flight needed than normal. Some last-minute changes. Actually, what I would have normally done for the regularly scheduled weekly live stream is I would have normally been over on my PlayStation 4 OG, but I set up this weekend to record some Rage gameplay. Ooh, that's not cool. A little rusty. Headshot. Oh, yeah, great. Come on. That's where I've been live streaming from this month. But I set up to record from this PC over the weekend, not thinking about the fact that this PC, the primary UberBoxing, was actually the PC that I was using as the streaming PC for my Monday regularly scheduled live streams. And so once I had set this up for play, it would have been a bit of a pain to configure it for for streaming again. And it's still set up for streaming. It's just there were things like I did, like I had squelched it down to one screen and wasn't extending the display, and some other logistic stuff with how I normally have things set up for a live stream that I didn't want to go back on, so I decided I would just do the live stream from here, since this workstation, like I said, was already set up for play. Now the audio mix balance tonight may not be perfect. Sorry, I just had a few friends giving me likes and retweeting. Just want to clear those alerts off. So let's get to it. Now you're joining me in progress as I played a little bit of this last night. One of the things that I continue to complain about is that in this first level especially, okay, so my good friend on Twitter, KMed, has subscribed to the channel, so thank you very much, KMed. So earlier tonight, got one shot on him. He's got an explosive. I do like the positional impact that Rage has. It's a nice addition to their physics model. So like I said, I had some logistics either acrobatic Boganchis. So, like I said, a few things I had to change over. I had to change over my scenes in OBS because I have some text on the screens that's written and specific to a given recording session or streaming session. So I had to change up some of that verbiage. I had to change up some of the files that those scenes access, because on my waiting to start scene, it accesses an MP3, and I like to change that up from time to time. Nope, don't think we need to do that. And then on my Be Right Back screen, or scene, that accesses previously produced episodes of the various podcasts that we run on the E2KG network. So, now didn't I? Oh, wait. Am I able to grab onto the... Or do I need to get up a level? So I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, see if anybody wanders in. Unfortunately, I'm not using a tablet as part of my daily driver kit this week, so I don't have the control panel or dashboard screen for YouTube available right in front of me. What am I missing? Yeah, I've mentioned a couple times before that this this level, this opening level, always drives me a bit nuts. That I have a hard time figuring out where I'm supposed to be going on this level. Fortunately, the dead bodies do kind of help. It's breadcrumbs for where I've been before. So yeah, so I had to get scenes flipped in OBS, but then I also had to get the Stream Deck configured for a few extra buttons. I've not been using it over on the PlayStation 4. The most recent place I'd been using it was for live streaming from one of the other PCs. But I've been going to Mixer, so game really needs a flashlight and a lean button. The presence of pistol rounds is also a good indicator that I have not gone this way before. I wonder, do you have stealth? I'd hate to experiment. I don't know what's going on with my double tap. So I'm using the, what is this thing called? The Exol Raptor competition gaming mouse. Which still has more resistance to it than, whoa, the HyperX Pulsefire Surge that I'd been using while playing Left 4 Dead this week, this month. And it's proven, so far, while it's been under review, to become my new favorite gaming mouse since the Razer Death Adder. Oh, that's a toggle. Toggle does make things easier, although I will say, despite knowing that for some reason, I continue to spend most of my time not using toggle, but for crouch, but using hold.
Get over here! We need help!
So I will say Rage does have a nice feel to it, physics model-wise and shooter model-wise.
Stop hiding, coward.
Almost a bit like Destiny.
Over there.
I think the strafe is a little too slick, and there's not a walk. Nice. Very pleased with that. $4. So yeah, so I did hook up the Stream Deck and bring it over here tonight. That's what I've been using to change scenes. I had to get the social media out, except I had I don't think the Stream Deck has a Facebook configuration, so I had to set up the Twitter one and then do the Facebook one manually myself from my Essential Phone PH1. One thing I need to be doing is, I definitely need to be getting game saves. So let's go ahead and run down the hardware that's in place tonight, affecting the live stream, as we always do every single episode of the various shows here on Rounding Off Infinity. Again, this is an episode, a live stream episode of the Firearms Tales. That's my branding label that I use to label my live stream episodes and game captures that cover first-person shooters. So this is going to be the last late-night live stream of August, really the last live stream of August in general, in total. I'm not certain what the September schedule is going to be. I will be racking, stacking that probably tomorrow morning, and then we'll get that information out on social media. YouTube, it's not great about giving you a front page where you can put announcements for schedules in the same way that, say, Mixer can, where you can embed some photos and pictures and whatnot on the front page. So, like I said, I think the only way that I can handle that for YouTube. Now, I just saw a couple hitches in frame rate there, which I noticed yesterday. Yesterday was actually worse. Now, of course, I'm playing on a gaming PC, running a AMD Ryzen 7 1700X CPU, 24 gigabytes of 2660 megahertz RAM. One terabyte. This is the 1 terabyte Eluktronics SSD that's in there for the operating system drive, with a 4 terabyte storage drive. I got the ATV stuck yesterday, and I had to actually like back out and start. Like I couldn't even get back to a decent game save, and I actually had to replay the whole intro all over again. And I'm coming into this pretty fresh off having recorded an episode, or tonight's episode of E2KG Deep Dive, which is the podcasting channel's weekly news show, where we after, keeping up with all the news throughout the week, select 3 news stories or more.
Let me guess. You want to know how to throw a wing stick. Ain't easy, friend. I see Dan gave you a pistol. Not a bad weapon, but if you want some subtle killing power, you'll need to use a wing stick. They've got a nanocore for smart targeting, but it'll still take a little practice to master. I'll make a deal with you. You prove you can hit something with them, and I'll tell Halleck it's safe to sell you some. Ready to give it a toss?
Yeah, let's do this.
Good hunting. Alright, here are the rules. Watch for the pop-up targets and hit them as quickly as you can. See how many you can get before the timer runs out. Rules are simple. Hit as many targets as you can before the timer runs out.
Oh, okay. drops a little bit from where you fire it, so you kind of aim towards the top end of the target.
Nice job. If I were a target drone, I'd be nervous. Talk to Halleck and he can set you up.
Okay, that's gonna do it for now. Is this Halleck?
Damn bandits. We got attacked
Tiger.
while you were gone. We drove them off, but they still did a good amount of damage.
So that episode is posted now, E2KG Deep Dive number 8, over on the E2KG channel on YouTube, E2KG Network channel on YouTube. And if you're a user of Pocket Casts, if you go on there and subscribe.
Good work. We're all a little safer because of that. You got our thanks and that suit of
Now we're
armor
still working
around.
through Discovery, so if you go to the E2KG Network on Twitter,
The settlement was attacked while you were gone.
you'll see on there I have the URL posted where you can enter that URL directly in the Pocket Cast app, and
Some good people hurt.
that will get you to the
And
E2KG
we're running
Network.
low on medical supplies.
Podcast posts on Pocket Cast, and you can just subscribe, and all of our podcasts will show up.
Just past the hill across the way, you'll find another settlement. They tend to stick to themselves, but they're friends, and they have what we need. Just give this letter to Richter. He'll know what to do. If you help me again, I'll make sure our mechanic in town sets you up with your own buggy. What do you say? Thank you. And before you go, make sure you got everything you need. Ammo, wing sticks. If not, see Halleck. He's right under the old sign out front. I need you to find the outrigger settlement. And return here with those medical supplies.
So now, did he give me... He's not giving me a shotgun yet.
Please, hurry back with those supplies.
I never even knew these two were back
we
around
will
here.
surely need them. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, hardware that's in the mix tonight. So, for the game capture itself, I am using the MiraBox HSV 321, which I've covered pretty extensively on the channel this month, I think. So this is the $99 USB 3.0 HD video capture device that goes at a really great price. Ooh. For a webcam tonight, I am using the Logitech BRIO 4K webcam. Now I'm using it by stepping it down to, and one thing I haven't checked is I haven't verified camera alignment, so give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, just like I said, I had a few more things to troubleshoot than normal tonight, since I was kind of in between rigs and swapped everything around. It always makes me nervous when I do that instead of setting up a new config from the, you know, from a standing start. So yeah, so for a webcam, I'm using the Logitech BRIO 4K webcam. I haven't stepped down to 1920 by 1080p because I have just not been successful in getting the 4K resolution to punch into OBS and be at all compatible or not cause major instability.
If you need something, come by later. Maybe I can help.
For voiceover commentary, I am using the...
What's up there?
I'm using the blue Yeti USB microphone. Probably the most popular podcasting and streaming microphone out there. Now, the thing that I'm most interested tonight to actually be using and testing to evaluate the difference in audio quality it can provide is
Dan's run into some trouble again, I see.
I'm also using the blue Yeti USB microphone with the Monoprice microphone noise isolation shield, which is a big Mongo piece of metal with acoustic foam lining the interior of it. It is probably about 3 feet wide, curved around in a semi-arc. I wish I could show it to you. Of course, I wasn't paying attention to what he said. What I'm trying to use it for is to see if it will block and eliminate
You must be Dan's new boy.
the sound of my fans on my PCs when I'm doing live streams and game captures.
Some of these things I'll need to track down, but you know the way it works here. We help you, you help us, right? A member of our group, Juno, went missing a few days back, and I'm getting really...
Now, for me to listen to the in-game audio,
So while I gather your supplies, how about you go look for him?
I'm plugged into the front panel of the primary Uber box, and I've got a 3.5mm to RCA left and right jack splitter cable running over to my Behringer Xenyx 302 USB hardware mixer.
Pray that he's safe.
And then I've got my
Have you found any trace of Juno? Please look for him up near the radio tower.
and then I've got my Razer Tournament Edition Man of War
Notice, stranger, that gun you're carrying isn't much anything. Good such
headphones plugged into the hardware mixer.
Help us out here, and I'll give you a real weapon. Our radio tower up on the hill stopped working. We need someone to fix it. I'm probably just out of alignment. You get it fixed for me. I'll give you a shotgun. Sound good?
Indeed it do.
Good luck. This should be an easy job.
Now, as I also mentioned tonight, I'm also using the Elgato Stream Deck production peripheral. So the Stream Deck, I mean, you may have noticed, what you may have seen more recently is, of course, Corsair recently put in a bid to buy Elgato. They may have just bought them because it may not be a publicly traded company, and so it could be that the SEC and others involved don't get any say in the matter. And so they have since come out very recently with a kind of a Stream Deck Mini, which, I don't know, it's maybe 6 keys. So this thing has 15 keys. It allows you to do things like pre-program Twitter message, configure buttons to swap scenes in OBS. So all what this allows you to do is it allows you to sit and remain at your streaming, at your gaming device, if you're using the streaming PC method like I do. Seriously? Alright, no. That's what I just did. Take a 90-degree turn up here. Am I supposed to go up here to avoid? Oh, yeah, okay.
Any excitement on your end?
The bad guys? So all of that equipment is running over to my streaming PC. I already went down the specs of my,
You don't belong here.
of the PC I'm gaming on. My streaming PC is a, powered by an Intel Core i7-7700K. CPU, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It also runs off of a 1 terabyte SSD. Now this game isn't so much about loot drops, I guess is the only thing that makes me a little less attracted to it. It's more about, you know, earning a piece here and there, and then taking it to an NPC to have them craft. Oh, that's blasted. They are deadly accurate from long distances. Shoot his helmet off. Nicely done. And yeah, and it also runs off a 1 terabyte SSD.
Hey, over there!
Oh, that's a shotty. Now, so, see what bugs me on this game is now, in the other game, he would have dropped the shotty, and I would have been able to pick it up, but it's not the case here. Should also mention that with the blue Yeti USB microphone, I'm using a pop filter as well. Probably one of my favorite things that Elgato recently added. In a firmware update to the Stream Deck is a timer button. So I am able to configure that to however long I want my gameplay sessions to be for a given live stream or game capture, and just hit that button. I always struggle with that a bit. A lot of times I set Google Home or an Amazon Echo, but then the problem is that, you know, on the Let's Play or live stream or whatever, you can hear me call them by their proper names, which sometimes will cause your own devices to go off. I guess I have to shoot that thing. Ugh. Didn't I? There's a little thing in here that I should be able to get some. So yeah, having the timer right there in front of me is just even better than having. Yeah, because if I do it on the Google Home or an Echo, again, I don't have a running display, you know, in front of me that tells me what my time to go is, and I have to stop and ask them. Which again is just more cumbersome than I really want. Oh, my buggy's done that. Like, where's my ride? That's weird. I thought I was supposed to go up there. Why are they... Why would they want me to go back in here? That's weird. I thought I had already cleared this up. Now, does it tell me what my objective is? Outside of June's remains, great. Wait, what is that? Oh, activate the auto calibrator. Okay, so I found the body, but I didn't blind nab it. You would think that would have been up where I was, and that I wouldn't have been told to come back down the mountain. So Game Gear wise tonight, I am using the, I always have to look up the, I'm using the Rote mechanical numeric pad. Now, one of my little quirks is, ever since I started playing on PC, really, I've never liked using WASD, because I just don't like my fingers trying to find things in and amongst, you know, 80-something keys all packed closer together. I prefer, having like a dedicated control space. And so normally I play with a numeric keypad on a keyboard. But some of my keyboards are 10 keyless. And so I have this little, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's backlit with blue lighting. But it's just a numeric keypad that I got mainly for when I like sit down and pay bills. But it turns out it also makes for kind of a neat little gaming peripheral as well. So I'm using that for my first-person shooter controls tonight. And then, as I mentioned, for a mouse, I'm using this Exoraptor. Supposedly competition gaming mouse. Okay. Alright, well, so I had to go all the way up there just to throw that one lever. Now you can come down the mountain. I've been thinking, you know, when I'm walking around town, maybe I want to holster my weapon, kind of like you do automatically in Destiny.
But you know, God, I can't leave my post. But we need to warn the nearby settlements that we've got muties in the area. Can you help me out with this? Excellent. Now, take this firework cluster and shoot it off on the ridge. I've got a launcher there. It isn't hard to find. Let's go. Find the launcher at the top of the ridge and fire that cluster. People need to be warned about those mutants.
Running around with my fists up in town doesn't feel like it's any more immersive as far as...
No, not bad, stranger.
That goes.
You know about the mutants. We usually don't get them this far out. You did good, though. So, James, just wait to hear what you found.
Very nice.
Juno's dead. I knew something was wrong, but I had hoped he would show up. This world takes so many good people. But thank you for looking, and here is what you need, as well as the plans to make your own healing bandages. Just look for the things listed and put them together. They will help you whenever you are hurt. Thank you again. And
so we had a lengthy discussion tonight on the E2KG Deep Dive about engineering screen in your inventory. Medical supplies back to Dan.
Some advice before you go. These hills are crawling with bandit tribes. They mostly fight each other, but if they find you in their turf, they'll kill you first, then figure out if you're friendly or not. You watch yourself. Better get those supplies back to Dan. We wouldn't have sent you here if it wasn't important.
Be safe, stranger.
So on E2K Deep Dive, we had a lengthy, sometimes contentious discussion, maybe, about Microsoft's Xbox subscription service. Pretty sure all of us said that none of us want it. But there was a discussion among some of us that who were championing the assessment that that it was likely to find some firm soil and take root in a lot of the gaming community. And I think for them, this would just make their lives easier.
Good work. I'm starting to think I made a good decision by saving you. You truly are someone we can trust, and I am in your debt.
Well, how come old boy up the road gave me a nice shotgun?
DR about that buggy. Look for him in the garage.
You haven't hooked me up with anything, Danny.
Get that buggy fixed up and come back and see me. I've got some things for you to do.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a discussion about that, Dan.
Hey, buddy. Dan said you were taking that old buggy off my hands. Truth is, not a bad vehicle, but, see, it needs work parts. The work I can do, but the parts you're gonna need to get. Johan, back at the Outrigger settlement, should be able to help. Sound good?
A lot of go fetch missions in this game.
Okay, see you back here when you get the parts.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I almost took off on foot, forgetting that when it routes you, it doesn't care if you're on a vehicle or not. Oh, wait, can I drive this thing yet? No, not yet. Don't get the buggy stuck again. Very brown game. But holds up very well. It's a game's 7 years old from its first initial port to PC. Now what I haven't gotten in is I just haven't gotten involved in a firefight on my way between all these outposts.
Some parts for that old buggy. Man, he should just junk it. Now, I'd like to give the parts to you, but I'm afraid I have a small problem. Afraid bandits raided my garage not too long ago and ran off with most of my spare parts. You're gonna need to go down to their hideout near the old den and find what you need.
Isn't that convenient?
Think you can handle this? Could get a bit hot in there. Won't be easy taking on the bandits on their own turf. Here, take some fat boys for your pistol. That ammo kicks some real butt. In case you run into any locked doors, take these plans to build a lock grinder. They do exactly as their name says. Good luck.
This whole area has been getting more and more dangerous.
I don't remember what I have. Swapping ammo type map to. Oh, there we go. Oh Okay. So I've got it mapped to minus, which in something like Rainbow Six is normally...
You get the parts, bring them straight to DR.
Where I have the, burst select options set for whether or not I want to fire full auto, semi-auto, or one shot at a time. So I just mapped it to that same key. Man. Got 13 more minutes in this session. I'm trying to stay awake. I always park the vehicle as if I'm going to be coming out of the exit at a run, and I need a getaway vehicle parked appropriately. What I don't know this time is, are they going to change anything on me? Like, you technically don't know when I'm actually in, you know, within an... I think they tell you, though.
Sleeping on the job again, eh? Right. He's dead.
Question is, where did that come from? I thought I heard him talking to somebody. I would have expected to have encountered them out here. Or someplace not too far away. Definitely in between here and where I took that first guy down. Alright, so I switched to the shoddy because there's a couple blind spots where... What do we got here? Nope. Not jump. Kneel. Oh, okay. I thought I saw a leg come off there initially. That was not the case. Kind of got mouse sensitivity set a little low here. I guess I could probably take it up a level. And Rainbow Six Siege, where I've been playing recently, I really had to turn it down when I had to turn down the mouse sensitivity. It was too quick. It's making me too jittery. Oh. Now I just wanted to do that for craps and giggles. Oh, so that's actually a level change. Okay, we've got about 8 minutes left in the live stream. feeling like. I don't know, I feel like this world is a little sparsely populated as far as things for you to interact with. Lock grinder. I thought he gave me like 3. Okay. I know to you guys it seems like I'm saving an awful lot, maybe more than the norm, but I am definitely on the edge here with pushing maybe a little bit past where I should have. And I worry that at any moment going around a corner that I could fall asleep, so trying to make sure that I have game saves for like every little weapons cache that I find.
Oh, fuck yeah. Big fucking turrets on the car. Those sentinel rags got no one in them. I don't trust the boss with that gun. He's out of his tree.
Sounds like I have one other possible assailant inside the room.
There he is! Oh, crap! Lay up there! Chop, chop! Fucking hell! Oh, get it!
Jeez. Yeah. A little bit more in this room than I had planned. Do I have to be... Why do I not... Yeah, there's definitely a difference in the feel of the click resistance. It might be the... It might be the length of the mouse key as well.
Everyone get... Sack on this! Where?
Definitely a point to get a game save. I passed up a lot of bodies that I need to go back and check their pockets. I do believe. I do believe this game has the notion of a health kit. Oh, this is too fun. That wasn't even intentional. I wish I could say that I was smart enough to have thought about, well, I circle around behind him. But I'm not, especially at this time of night. Okay, we only have about 2 minutes left on the live stream. So I definitely want to thank anybody who swings by and checks out the archive version of this on the Rounding Off Infinity, in the Rounding Off Infinity archives. Alright, no map up. It's not like they're telling you where to go anymore. Interesting. There's a hole in the ground. I could use some directional help getting out of here. I'm afraid I'm not going to get it. Oh, boy. Yeah, I have a feeling this might be an instance where following the exit.
Move out! Alright!
And why does the grenade warning area like...
He must fuck his ass! Bloody hell on this!
Yeesh. I also need to remember to use my sprint when that happens.
What's the name of the fucker? Where'd he go? Bastard! Someone get up there! Come here, you bastard! There he is! Where'd he go?
Yep, learning to fire.
Send in the others! Move back, don't let him pass! Okay!
Oh, apparently did not pick up shoddy shells, so that's a little disappointing. No shotgun shells? I definitely believe that I heard other people in this room remaining. Could be mistaken. Could be I took everybody out. If I find out that seem to always find grenades after the fact. I have a feeling that if I go into my inventory screen that there will be several things in there that I can craft of my own accord. But like I said right now, trying to get to a good stopping point. Okay.
Where's that bloody bucket? Fuck this! I'm out of here!
Now, I wonder if the gas can blows up.
Over there!
Having a horrible allergy day today. Ah, black nabbit. It's stuck on the blasted wall. Oh. I did not realize that I'd switch over to Fat Boys. Oh. Whoa, are you kidding me? That's part of what's happening is when I go to hit the reload key, which I have mapped to the numeric keypad plus button on this one, which is usually an oversized button on a regular numeric keypad, but on here it's a regularly sized button. And I'm hitting the ammo type switch button, which I have mapped to the plus key. Still don't have anything for the shotgun. I'm hoping that...
Hey, did you catch that episode of Bash TV last night?
You monkeys don't have TV in this dystopian, Mad Maxian world. Who are you kidding? What's that dude still running around?
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Keep forgetting crouch's toggle.
Pull back! I'm at you back!
Yeah, I'm trying to get down faster trigger pull with this longer mouse key. Ooh. Which really, the only way to get it requires me to kind of stretch my finger to the edge of the mouse. And, no, am I? Great, I'm out of pistol ammo too? I don't seem to have.
He's slaughtering us here!
It's not letting you pick up that weapon. That's really aggravating. And you can't throw bottles. Eight pistol rounds. Make them count. Thought there was one other guy in here. Well, I really wanted this to be a way out.
Get up there! Chop, chop! No, right! This is crazy!
All that. Whoa!
Over there! Bloody hell, I'm fucked up.
Great, out of ammo.
He's taking us all out! Honda!
Really much shorter on ammo than I'd wanted to be. And pistol ammo is not just lying around the level here like it was on other levels. This is a wall that blew up and is creating an area that was not accessible before. Looks like Shoddy is back on the menu. Well, I wish I could just check that propane bottle. I can't, but maybe it needs to be blown up anyway. I thought maybe it was going to do some structural damage and expose a path on the level, like it did it on the floor above. Wait, what is that? No, this is some kind of thing that I had a problem with. I think I've gotten this far before. And there's something that I didn't do. What's really weird with the directional audio, these guys are actually coming, you're hearing them. And they're coming from around this wall. I think maybe what I did. Nope, yep. Wait, has it? I mean, something wrong about my approach to taking this thing down before. I'm a little tired of unlimited henchmen that keep coming out.
Get him! He's over there! Alright, over there!
Oh, what is that?
Charging down!
Come on, man. Face down and use the bandage.
He's over there!
So now I have wing sticks. This is total BS. Alright, I'm gonna just have to charge this thing the next time. Come on. Are you kidding me? I gotta deal with this guy. There's no way to get through here. I don't understand this. Yeah, great. I probably have no more bandages left. I just...
Charging down!
I don't know what that lever does. Oh, jeez, are you kidding me? Did I hit that guy? I have no more wing sticks. This is, man, I got. Oh, wait. That's what I'm missing. God damn it. And I have no rounds left. Oh, here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to hope. Here we go. No, because I have to hang on thing. Come on, come on. No, I'm gonna get one shot at this. Did I get any pistol rounds? So stupid. This is I feel like this is a really poorly designed section of the game. Alright. And it would be okay, except for the... Did that get him?
Over there.
Wow. Supremely aggravating. And then after all that, they still don't give you freaking pistol ammo after all that? Come on. Really? That's interesting. So, of course. There better be something worthwhile in here, because the only reason... It's just a bunch of loot. Now the question is, do I have all the car parts? But I didn't see any type of dialogue or tutorial up on the screen that would tell you if you'd gotten all the car parts. This is just really aggravating when I see them dropping like automatic weapons and all this stuff, and I can't pick it up. I don't think... I don't think that my ATV had horns and on the handlebars and spikes on the wheels. I don't know what causes it, but I know at some point those little sentry bots will start firing at you. I thought maybe it was that having one of these, maybe they were kind of like law enforcement bots, and having taken this bandit ATV may have been what spun the sentry robots up, but doesn't appear to be the case. I'm going to take this thing back and park it where the ATV normally goes. And then that will set me up to come back here to... Okay, well, look, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thanks so much for joining in on the live stream. If you happen to stop by, if you happen to swing by and look at the archive version of this, that is great, too. I do appreciate it.
Welcome, stranger. Name's Halleck, and it's a pleasure meeting you. I run this little shop.
I think I'm done with live streams for the month of August. I've got some studio changeover stuff to do.
Oh, and if you find
once we record the final podcast of August tomorrow.
Bring it here. I pay nicely for quality goods. Care to
then I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. I just haven't decided what the plan is from here.
What you looking for?
Well, first I need to sell my items, I think. I didn't know that I had grenades. So this is a little difficult. I'm like, do I give him things that it appears I could use for crafting? I don't think I need the fuel. Yeah, definitely need to get, okay. I guess I'll keep the food, the parts of the wing nut or whatever. The main thing I want to buy. Okay, sure, I'll buy that. Oh, enough to buy items on the rifle. Wing sticks? Okay.
Hope to do business with you again.
New item.
What do you need,
That's
pal?
just re-earning the store, right?
See you soon.
Alright, well, like I said, thanks so much for joining in. That's going to do it for me. My name has been Gascally. Stay much from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. Keep an eye out on Running Off Infinity, or just go ahead and subscribe and see when I post new videos. Under review this month, I have the Fluence AIW40 bookshelf 2.0 bookshelf speakers with a 70-watt amplifier. You can watch that initial out-of-the-box session and the live audio demo on the channel as well. And in the upcoming month, look for more episodes of the Streamer's Cookbook, out-of-the-box episodes, hardware reviews, and more gaming videos on the Rounding Off Infinity YouTube gaming channel on YouTube. Thanks so much. That's going to do it for me. I'm out.
Welcome everyone to another episode of E2KGN30. This is episode 36 for Thursday, 29 March 2018. Tonight, the theme is Total Chaos, as Prime has put on his lower third there. You know, E2KGN30 is our new show. We like to pick the most interesting articles from us over, roughly the last week and chat about them a little bit. But tonight we're going to experiment a bit. We're going to mess with the format. So